Sometimes our intentions are good, but our behaviors may still hurt others. During my thesis, I investigated whether, after a divorce, trying to protect your parent or child harms adjustment to the divorce. Unfortunately, almost 40% of all marriages end in divorce, and more than half of these divorces involve children. Researchers and therapists have noticed that both parents and children try to protect each other from negative feelings by hiding their own feelings, not talking about problems, not asking for support, and pretending to be doing fine. These behaviors are called protective buffering. Although the intentions behind protective buffering are good, studies among romantic partners have shown that shielding the other person from negative feelings decreases adjustment to a stressor in both the partner who is protecting as well as the protected partner. However, it remains unknown what the consequences of protective buffering are in parent-child diets. Therefore, we conducted a survey study to answer the following questions. Does protective buffering among parents and children after divorce harm their own post-divorce adjustment? These effects are called actor effects. And does it harm post-divorce adjustment of the person whom they are actually trying to protect? These are called partner effects. Which mechanisms underlie these negative actor and partner effects? We expect that when parents and children try to stay strong for each other, they will feel less authentic to their inner self and also feel less intimate with each other, which subsequently harms their adjustment. And finally, do these negative effects hold over time? Like said before, we conducted a survey study among 100 parent-adolescent diets. Participants filled in the survey separately and anonymously, and after 1 to 4 months, they received an invitation for a follow-up study, for which we ended up with 37 diets. Parents were between 37 and 66 years old, and children between 13 and 27 years old. On average, the divorce was 9.5 years before the first assessment. Because the observations of parents and children are dependent on each other, we need to account for this interdependence, and to this end, we analyze the data using an actor-partner interdependence model, which looks like this. Our outcome measure post-divorce adjustment was measured with life satisfaction and divorce-specific well-being. Let's first look at life satisfaction. Here are results from the cross-sectional data show negative links between protective buffering and life satisfaction. The actor effects were for both parents and children significant, and the actor effect for parents even held over time. When looking at the effects on divorce-specific well-being, our results show that when children engaged in protective buffering, this resulted in lower divorce-specific well-being for both themselves and their parents. So here we see an actor and partner effect from children. Over time, we saw, conversely, a negative partner effect from parents' protective buffering on children's divorce-specific well-being. To investigate the underlying mechanisms, we employed the same kind of models, but then extended to mediation. These analyses showed that the detrimental effects from parents and children's protective buffering on their own post-divorce adjustment were mediated by reductions in authenticity, but not by reductions in intimacy. So what do these findings tell us? They indicate that, similar to how it works among romantic partners, when parents and children try to minimize each other's negative feelings, they actually harm their own adjustment to the divorce, and that this is because they feel less authentic to their inner self. Moreover, they may even harm the other person, which is in stark contrast to their intentions. More longitudinal research is needed to investigate these effects, because our sample was too small to draw strong conclusions regarding causal effects. Nonetheless, our findings underscore the importance of a family environment in which parents and children can openly convey their feelings to each other, and in which adaptive coping strategies are not obstructed by tendencies to protect each other. This is something intervention programs should consider, as protective buffering has the paradoxical power to do more harm than good.